Hey guys, you joined us at Moneycontrol. We are going to talk about the big bang announcement that we finally seen coming from the US SEC, and this is about the spot ETF and Bitcoin. I mean, this is something that the markets had been waiting for a very long time. We already do have ETF futures when it comes to Bitcoin, but spot does regulate the markets like nothing else. It's a financial product, it's a structured one, and with this, you do not have to go for digital wallets or go in for unregulated exchanges. I mean, this is as best regulated that you get this asset class to trade within. Joining me now is Mr. Ajeet Khurana from Flexical. Mr. Khurana, hi, thank you so much for joining us. I mean, this is something we've been waiting for. We've been talking about for this forever, and is the reason that the last 3 or 4 months we've seen such a surge come in for cryptos as well. Markets did believe that this would finally go through, and it has gone through.
Absolutely. The sentimental aspect was probably entirely priced in between the run-up from 35,000 US dollars to 45. Now, the technical factors which should kick in once a lot of money comes into the market are still awaited.
Okay. So how would you look at the short term and the long term of this? I mean, short term, there has been an anticipation, there has been a buying to effect of this. Do you see some profit taking? I mean, is it about buy the rumor, sell the fact? And how do you see a longer term investments coming in for this? Because a lot of banks and brokerages believe that in this year itself, you could be looking at a $50 to $55 billion worth of inflows coming in for these.
So I think that today, which is the first day of trading, we should look at a few $billion. Okay. Estimates are to the tune of around $4 billion coming in today. And this is based on something that looks like pre-orders as well as warehoused Bitcoin with some of the large houses. However, I think that if a $50 billion kind of thing comes in, and if we look at the track record of new ETFs that have been released in the market, as well as my own estimates, then we are looking at something like a 10x multiplier in the market cap. So that gives us a 500 billion market cap increase, which is roughly a 50 to 60% increase from this. I think, and I usually, Manisha, I never hazard guesses, but I think that could happen within a month.
Okay, wow. With this coming in now, and now the expectation that Bitcoin was just the first step and an Ether spot ETF could be in works as well in this year. Do you see that jump coming in soon enough?
I think it is inevitable that the fund houses will make an attempt to bring an Ethereum ETF. However, by the way, because Ethereum is operating on a significantly lower market cap, the pop that it could see if new funds come in could be significantly more. But the warning there is that if the SEC does not deem it to not be a security, they would not allow the ETF. And once they specifically say it's not a security, you could see the opposite effect. Namely, we could also see reduction in prices.
That is something, would you say, that the market can live with until the time this is going into mainstream? The price decline is something that the street can work with?
I think absolutely the market can work with, because anyway, we were not talking of more than Ethereum. We were not saying first Bitcoin, then Ethereum, then 20 others. Really, it was all about Bitcoin, which as of right now accounts for 50% of the market cap of all crypto put together. I personally think that the short to medium term, unless macroeconomic factors come to disturb the party, we are looking at a very significant price hike capability.
Talk to us also about the fact that this is US SEC doing it for the US market. So this is not the world opening up to crypto as an asset class yet.
So there were about 24 ETF or other exchange traded products, including one based on futures in the US also. The reason this is very big news despite that is, number one, is that when you base it on futures, the new money entering the market does not necessarily technically increase the market cap or increase the demand. This does. Second, a lot of regulators around the world look towards the US and some other regulators to gain some guidance. So this could lead to other regulators getting more interested in a product that is similar. And third, if globally money starts shifting, even small amounts of money starts trickling away from, let us say, Indian investors investing in India to, despite the TCS on LRS, them moving to US markets, it could cause some worry and encourage them to come up with domestic regulations.
Talk to us also about the fact that, on one side we have this happening. On the other side, we've seen our old regulators, work against the offshore exchanges there. The second part being that iPhone, or Apple for that matter, has delisted or taken some exchanges off its Play Store. How are you reading that in contrast?
See, no country can accept players that don't adhere to AML guidelines. Since Indian exchanges were subject to those, it was more like a level playing field and not so much an action against foreign exchanges. I see some, though few, of the largest foreign exchanges complying with the FIU request. It is extremely difficult for a global player to comply with all regulations in all the markets that it operates in. So I think that to that extent, I see that we will soon see India also relaxing or clarifying its regulatory stand. That will be one of the consequences of this.
All right. The other point really is about the prices. While we do understand, and as you said, a lower price, more stabilized pricing within these cryptocurrencies is something that we can live with. But there are some bizarre projections on Bitcoin and Ethereum for this year itself from various banks, brokerages even, and of course from the cryptocurrency companies itself. What's your sense is the crypto winter done with?
The crypto winter is done with. I don't want to, since you've already labeled it as bizarre, my own projections, which I will not share numerically today, do fall into the category of those bizarre. For me, I am visualizing this personally as a once in a lifetime wealth building opportunity.
All right. And there was another report that I was reading that in the beginning or in the start of 2023, there were some 20,000 odd cryptocurrencies. By the end of 2023, there are some 8,000 odd still out there. Not all of them get traded, and not all of them are worth perhaps looking at even. What would you say on what is the number, that you could actually look at when it comes to the segment?
I think that it is very difficult to take any more than 100, 150 cryptocurrencies very seriously because the market cap is negligible for the remaining whatever number of thousand. And because people are looking for the next Bitcoin, right? People get swayed by these smaller coins, meme coins and the like. And I would like to warn your viewers to stay away from what could essentially be scams.
All right. So big news, of course, and the other regulators could be taking sense out of it. Ajeet, thank you so much for, as always, joining us. So watch out for what the other countries do when it comes to crypto and blockchain as a segment. As of now, a big thumbs up as we've started 2024 and we've seen various cryptocurrencies do quite well. And the market's clearly are waiting for how the US markets open today in the evening.